I have been waiting all day to come home and make this recipe. You guys, I have had this recipe on my mind for months now, trying different flours and cornmeals and sugars and honeys. And today, from my lips to his ears, today is the day we are making a sweet and savory cornbread cookie with a delicious whipped honey butter on top. I can't even begin to describe. Let's just get started. Star ingredient of these cookies, cornbread mix. I spent months going back and forth between different flours, different cornmeals, different sugars, when this whole time, all I needed to do was grab a 15-ounce bag of cornbread mix to make these cookies. So all I'm gonna do is cut this open and add it to my bowl. That freaking simple. And then inside the bowl it goes. It looks like I have a few lumps inside of there, so I'm just gonna grab a fork, break those up real quick. Now, if you are using the mix from Trader Joe's like I am, I wanna forewarn you, there are dry corn kernels inside of this mix. So if you're not a fan, of corn inside of your cookies, just opt for a mix that doesn't add corn to it. It's that simple. I personally think it's cute to see pops of corn inside of these cookies. They're already unique, so why not make them even more special? Next up, I have somewhere here, half a cup of brown sugar. Definitely go with brown sugar. Skip the white sugar. First and foremost, this is like a Southern classic, right? We're talking about cornbread here. So we want something that's rich in molasses, brown sugar. Go ahead and add half a cup to your bowl. Combine your cornbread mix and your brown sugar using a fork. Every baked good needs some type of moisture, right? Typically when we make cookies, we would use butter. Today is no different. I have 1 stick of butter melted. Hear me, melted, not piping hot. We need it warm, so if you can touch it, perfect. Room temperature, melted, ready to go. Go ahead and add it to your mix. Now, originally, I was a little worried that these cookies were gonna be on the dry side. In order to fix that, I decided to incorporate 1 large egg. Adding an egg is gonna help all those ingredients bind together. It's also gonna give us just a little bit of moisture inside of these cookies. So add your 1 egg to your bowl. You should start to see a texture that resembles cookie dough, something that we can easily scoop and form into mounds before putting them inside of the oven. So make sure that your dough is nice and sticky. It's coming together well, not too runny. That sun is coming through so bright right now. Anyway, you guys know that I love my large cookies, so I'm using an ice cream scoop for these. I'm gonna scoop them up, shake off any excess, and then I'm gonna pop these onto parchment paper. I have my oven preheating to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I know, normally when we bake cookies, we go with 350, but since these are a little bit different, we are going at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. You do still wanna make sure that you spread them about 1.5 inches, 2 inches apart, because the butter is melted, which means as soon as these get in the oven, these cookies are gonna start to spread. I can smell the chives and brown sugar already. These cookies are about to be so phenomenal. And while they're baking, we are gonna whip up, pun intended, we're gonna whip up our whipped honey butter. Okay, before these go in the oven, just stand back and admire how beautiful they are. Those pieces of corn are everything, with those green chives giving it that color and texture. I can smell the brown sugar and butter. Lord Jesus, these are about to be everything I dreamed of. Okay, into the oven they go at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Goodbye, my beauties. I'll see you in a few minutes. This is how I'm walking into rooms from now on after making these cookies. The timer just went off. I can already smell them and I see them. I already know they're amazing. Come on. Look at these. Perfection. These were in there for 11.5 minutes. Yes, that is how specific I am. I'm gonna let them cool. Ooh, there we go. I'm gonna let these cool while I make the honey butter. In the meantime, just smell the deliciousness and let's get started on our delicious honey butter topping. Ready to get started on this butter? All right, all you need is about 2 to 3 tablespoons of raw honey. Make sure it is a quality honey. It is the star ingredient inside of this butter. And 1 stick of softened butter. Make sure it's soft. That way, as soon as we turn on this electric hand mixer, that butter is gonna whip right up. If your butter is nice and soft, honestly, it should only take you a few minutes before you get that delicious whipped texture and consistency. Always give it a taste to make sure it's spot on. You may want more honey. You may want a little bit more butter. Grab yourself a taste. That's perfect for me. I can taste the butter, but I can also taste the honey. The flavors are balanced. Let's add a dollop on top of one of these cookies. It's gonna be fire, I already know.